Oh boy, it's the Peppa Pig video game. There aren't many big console-licensed games anymore, but when there are, it's seemingly a coin toss between whether the publisher is Game Mill or Outright Games. In the case of Peppa Pig, the coin toss landed in favor of Outright Games. Outright Games started with a game based on the Ben 10 reboot, which got some pretty decent reviews actually, and was pretty decent itself, and they just kept going and going and going, and I own several of Outright Games' published games because I like licensed games a lot, and the quality of their games are really hit or miss because they contract a lot of developers. On the high end, Outright Games has published things such as Gigantosaurus the Game, which took inspiration from Mario Odyssey, and on the low end they published the Ugly Dolls video game, which took inspiration from I'm not sure what, but it wasn't very good. You never know what quality you're gonna get with Outright Games, but you do know that pretty much no license is off limits. Nickelodeon, Netflix, Disney, anything's fair game, and now Hasbro with Peppa Pig. And Peppa Pig is actually a license I have some personal investment in. I actually like the show. I think it has a lot of comedy to it. The comedic timing is very understated. There's a lot of dry humor, and I think the delivery of the voice lines is phenomenal. It's a show that's very good about subverting your expectations, especially the more it goes on, and from what little the two trailers give us, it seems like the game's about entering Peppa's world as her friend and exploring the scenery, which it's not clear where the interactivity even is in the game, like where the actual gameplay comes in, or whether the humor is even present at all. There's like a lot of running gags and particulars about the humor and character of Peppa's world that I'm not sure could be faithfully translated if the developers don't work with the writers of the show closely. And there's also the fact that the trailers are selling it like, look, it's like an actual episode of Peppa Pig, but you're in the episode, except if you watch the trailers right next to an episode of Peppa Pig, the animation in the game is noticeably worse, and the lip syncing in the game is just terrible, which is kind of hilarious because the lip syncing in actual episodes of Peppa Pig isn't great to begin with. But I can still appreciate what it seems like they're trying to do, and you know, I'm ever the optimist. I've played Telltale games before, and if they're trying to do a similar thing here where they engross you into the world and character of Peppa Pig, it'll probably turn out better in the actual product than the trailer makes it appear. Ultimately, just like the Telltale games, whether it's technically sound or has good lip syncing is a lot less important than the fidelity of the characters and world. And honestly, part of it is, I've just always, it's a Peppa Pig video game being released physically on consoles. I've always wanted to legitimately make one of these hype trailer analysis videos, and it's Peppa Pig, and I unironically like Peppa Pig, and this is crazy. When am I ever gonna get a chance to do something like this again? Plus, most importantly, now that Outright Games has worked with a Hasbro property, if this Peppa Pig game sells well, Outright Games could probably make a My Little Pony video game. And then there could be a My Little Pony video game based on the new generation released on console for me to play, and I would scream a lot if that happened. So I have an investment in this Peppa Pig video game selling well regardless. So there's that too.